did Daniel and I meet? It's a very long story.
Church meeting, and I just mentioned that I went on a date that weekend, and so everyone started teasing me about it. My friend Austin, he turns to me and he's just like, "Hey, I should totally hook you up with my friend Melissa, you know."
And about late October or November, and he says, "Hey, do you want to go on a blind date with my friend?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Called her up and we talked. And I was just like, "I want to take you on a date." And she was like, "I got a busy weekend, you know. I don't know. She was like, "You know, it's actually a busy time right now, and I don't think I can." And I was like, "What?" So I waited a whole month to go on a date with this girl, and I was really curious. Didn't know who she was. Didn't know much about her.
Why don't we wait a couple of weeks and then, and then we can plan something. And he was like, "Okay, sure. I will call you in a couple weeks." And sure enough, a couple weeks later, he calls me and he said, once again, "Hey, it's Daniel. So when can I take you on that date?" Since it was the holidays as well, and we had family in town, I was like, "You know what? It's really busy for me right now." And I kind of explained all of that, and I said, "Can we actually just wait until January? Like, would that be okay?"
Melissa ended up canceling on me for the whole month of December, saying, "I just can't do it this month because I'm just way
I'll call
too
you in
busy."
January. But hey, in the meantime, can I text you to get to know you a little better?
You know, and I'm texting her in between, and she's hardly texting me at all.
I am not very good at responding. Long story short, he did call me in January. He called me actually the 4th day of January.
So I called her up, and I was like, "Hey,
I have to be in Medford tonight." Daniel at the time lived in Grants Pass. My immediate impulse was to say no, but I thought about it and I was like, "Hey, free dinner," and it doesn't have to be that long.
She didn't seem interested in me at all when I first picked her up. She was just like, "All right, let's go to dinner." We get to dinner and we pull up and we get inside, and I'm just like asking her questions the whole time. And my goal was just to ask her questions so I could get to know her. I asked her on another date after that.
I felt like I could go on another date with this guy and, see what happens.
I ended up calling her and asking her about that next weekend as our date approaches. And she's just like, "Actually, I'm a little busy. I can't make it." She ended up delaying. She kept saying that she was sick or busy or something came up. And then our date delayed for another month. She became known, honestly, to my friends as Saturday Girl. Every time I'd ask her on a date, they'd be like, "Yeah, whatever. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen." Because she would cancel on me every Saturday. They'd be like, "Did you go on a date with Saturday Girl?" And I was like, "Nope, she canceled on me." They're like, "Well, what do you know?" I wanted somebody that was converted to our Savior Jesus Christ. And I knew that a girl like that didn't come around every so often.
He cares as much as I do about serving people.
And I began to realize that she was one of the most beautiful and amazing girls that I enjoyed just hanging out with and being friends with and being able to share the things that are personal to me. I began to realize that I really loved her. This became a funny pattern of dating about once a month for us. One thing for sure that I can say is that persistence pays off.